Good morning. I'm AJ. Just wanted to get on here again to have a little brotherly conversation with you, to both my brothers and sisters, younger and older. You need to start taking your life more seriously. Everyone's like, oh, you need to be calm, you need to just enjoy yourself, you need to have fun, but they don't say it with true meaning and backing with the things that they're talking about. The reason why I say you need to start taking it a little bit more serious is because your life is in jeopardy. If you don't start taking care of you, the rest of your world will tear up around you. The rest of the things around you that you're seeing that's going on, and you think everything's just happening bad for you, and whoa, why me? You need to start changing who you are to be able to change what's going on around you. One of the first things and one of the biggest things I know that can help, and I wish I was told more of a reasoning why rather than just forcefully being woken up, is just getting up early. Just getting up early. I know everyone's got different routines and a different like timetable. Some people like staying up late. Some people like waking up early. But the more I think about my day and the things that I'm doing necessarily, staying up late isn't always the best course of action for me. Yes, there are times where I have to stay up late because there's work that has to be done. There's some things that I have to critique and finish out and push out for you guys. But every day, I still make sure I get my rest. I still make sure I'm getting to bed by 9, 9:30, sometimes the latest at 11. Because my day starts so early, this is my area of time that I know I have to myself. I know nobody else is up and around that can speak to me, that can bother me at that moment in time. This is my time zone where I can do what I need to do. I can get my mind right for the day. I can get my body right for the day. I can get everything I need done and ready. So for the rest of my day, whether if I have to go to work, whether I have to go to class, because I am a student as well, because I am a teacher as well, there are things that I have to make sure I have accomplished before my day starts. Why would I want to go through my entire day of having to worry about my students, having to worry about my teachers and the rest of my class, and making sure all my assignments are done while still stressed about making content, while still stressed about making these videos, these podcasts, putting out these reels, all of these things for you? You think that I have so much more time in the world than you than to do this. We all have the same time frame. You're just still asleep. And that's the same thing little me was doing. Staying up on the game all night. Although like it was the funnest time in the world to play all my guys on the game, yelling at each other, just getting angry, having a good time, bickering back and forth, all the shit talking. It feels nice, and you get stuck and trapped in those moments, staying up till 1, 2 in the morning playing video games, and you were sitting on your ass all day. And now get into my life now, being 23, when I'm spending 6, 7 years of my life just on the game. There's a lot of catching up I got to do. There's a lot of catching up I got to get back on. There was a lot of sleep I had to catch back up on. But you understand, when you go to sleep at these late hours out of the night, you're definitely not going to wake up. You're definitely not going to wake up early. And then throughout the day, you're going to be stressed. I have to do this. I have to get this thing done. I have to get this thing done. Oh, I have to make sure I'm up for work. And then you go repeat the same cycle again, and then end up stressed again tomorrow. Do you understand that the average human spends roughly, roughly 80% of their day thinking a negative thought? Let me repeat. 80% of your day is thinking a negative thought. I'm too stressed. I'm frustrated. I don't like the way the situation is going. I don't like my roommates. I don't like the workload that I have for school, and I don't get why they're giving me so much homework. And every single day, about 90% of those thoughts that we have are the same repeated thought that we've had the day before. So imagine how much this compounds and stacks on each other every single day. So when you wonder why you're in the situation that you're in right now, it's because of all of these thoughts that we are repeatedly having over and over and over and over again. You have to find a way to release those and then plug in new thoughts. You have to be able to clean your plate so you can add your next course. These are the only ways that you can do to bring yourself to the next level. So one thing, change up your routine. Go to sleep a little bit earlier. Actually rest. Your body is going to love you for it. And you are going to end up loving the world because you got the rest that you needed. And one thing that I use, particularly for me, is this Whoop. It's not a plug, not a sponsor or whatnot, but it helps me. It doesn't put me to sleep, but I'm able to track, like, this is my sleep, this has been my habits, these have been my routines every single night. And it forces me to do something a little bit new. So one, the best thing of advice I can give to my brothers and sisters is just to go to bed a little bit earlier and wake up earlier. And that's from my recommendation. You can change your whole day. The next things that are particularly catered to my older crowd, kind of sitting around my age range, a little bit older than me, is take pride in how you look, in your appearance, in your hygiene. I couldn't tell you the amount of stories that I've heard from people that are like, this guy stinks, this guy smells bad, this guy smells horrible. And this is a lot more catered to my guys that have, from this particular situation. Ladies, you take care of yourselves a lot better than guys do. Because, guys, you're not really taught that area of how to take care of yourself. You think that it's girly to take care of yourself like that. There's nothing wrong with perfumes. There's nothing wrong with colognes. Do you not understand? If you smell good to anyone around you, it's going to want to bring other people around you. Why would you not want to smell good? I remember hearing stories when I was working at the bar, and there's this particular individual that everyone's like, he smells like throw up. He smells, it smells just horrible. I'm not going to use the exact words that people were telling me for this guy, but smells horrible and just looks completely just torn up. What part in that do you think anyone's going to want to surround yourself around that? You may not smell like throw up, but I guarantee you, you do not smell the best. Take a shower, wash under them arms, use the right soaps. What are the right soaps? One I personally like to use, I like to use Native. Native is a good body wash. There's an app called Yuka, one of them, YUKA. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I have it. You can scan the barcode of a lot of the products and stuff that you're buying at the stores, and you can see what things are actually good for your body and what things have a lot of chemicals and other additives that are not necessarily good for you. You can use some of these things. Find the right lotions that are for you. Nothing wrong with putting lotion on. Nothing wrong with putting coconut oil on your skin. It helps, one, in your appearance, but allows you to feel good. Dang, bro, I smell nice. I love this cologne that I got. I love the way that I'm shining. That's something that you have to use just throughout your day. Just implement a little bit of those things. Nothing wrong with that. And to the younger ladies that are watching this as well, please, please, please watch the way that you speak. You have to watch the way that you talk because one, and this is going to cater both to guys and girls at the beginning, but one, your first initial impression, one, your appearance is huge. That's why you want to make sure you present yourself well. That's why you want to make sure you smell nice, you look nice, you dress well. Ladies, to you, you need to watch the way that you speak. There are some men out there in the world that, one, know how to swoon, you know. And shout out to y'all. They are very good with their words. They're very good at alluring you in that direction. But one, you need to start watching your response. You need to start watching how you talk back to these certain individuals, because one, it'll one change arousal levels. All I mean by arousal is just sparking interest. Or two, it will stray somebody away or have somebody to be able to use you. If you are just so open, if you're just so upfront and I love this and I love this just to get something out of them, just because you think you may get a drink out of them, just because you may get something free out of them for that moment in time. I get it, from playing the cards of being a lady, you can do that. But you have to be so, so careful, because I've seen countless times, once from my experience of working at a bar, of ladies getting taken advantage of just because of how open you are, of thinking this is cool and I can do this because I'm a woman. I have these advantages. Be careful. Please, please be careful. I couldn't imagine if I had a little sister who was in college and there was a guy out there who was taking advantage of my little sister. But this is another reason, I'm gonna bring it back personal. This is another reason why I train as hard as I do. This is the reason why I do the things that I do. There's a reason why I train in boxing. There's a reason why I defend myself the way I do. Because I know eventually down the road, and this will apply to you guys as well, I know eventually down the road when I start my family and I have a little girl, you better best believe I wish a guy would mess with my daughter. And so I will make sure that I teach proper ways of how to speak, teach proper ways of how to communicate. So one, you can save yourself from situations, also defend yourself from situations, but also remove yourself from situations. And to my guys, you need to be more aware of how you're walking around these ladies. You're going out to all these bars, you're going out to all these places, eyeing them down, doing all this stuff. I get it. It's fun, it's the thrill. You get a lady, see what things can happen. I get it. But you need to start being protective of them as well, because there are some evil and some bad dudes out there. There are some guys out there that are there for threat, and they're there to cause damage. And you need to be the one that can defend them. You need to be the one that can help them out. But if you ain't smelling nice and you ain't looking good, she may be like, I don't want you around me to begin with. This is why I say take your hygiene to the best of your ability. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. Look well, dress well, smell well. And watch the way that you speak. Once you get those two things down, you'll be able to open new doors for yourself. You'll be able to walk into new scenarios with new levels of confidence, new levels of joy, and pride into yourself. Man, I did these. You can walk out with your suit and tie on, feeling good. You can walk with your dress skirt on, feeling nice and confident. And now when you learn how to speak well, when you learn how to properly persuade people, when you know how to actually communicate and properly develop a relationship, it takes your life to the next level. It brings your aura to the next level. And I wish I was taught those things, of how to smell nice, proper colognes, how to dress well. Man, I had them striped shorts, green and lime green and red shorts, like khaki shorts with like white like polo, but it was like the polo ASSN, one of them with the two men on the horse. That's what I was wearing, bro. But I couldn't pick my clothes though. I never got a chance to pick my clothes as a kid, so I never got the right style. And then I had, there's a lot of my guys that may understand, especially if you are African American, you may understand. The buzz cut, man, against the grain, straight off the scalp, a bald head. And maybe one day if I find a picture of how I looked as a kid, I could show you. But that's where I lacked my self confidence because I never got to choose a lot of the stuff that I wanted. It was always, something that was either passed down from someone or something that my parents selected. So I had to slowly develop into my style. Now, we wear silk now. We wear silk now. We take care of ourselves. So it's a fun journey. You have to love the process. You have to love to see where you started and how you've developed. Everything doesn't have to be expensive. How much these were? Like $15, $20. Learn how to save. But back to the basis. Dress well, smell well, look well, talk well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in another talk. Give you some brotherly advice. Thank y'all for listening. If y'all haven't already, check out the Instagram at I'm AJ White. The link is going to be in the description. Um, Love in every single one of you. I hope you guys have a safe week. If I don't get a chance to speak to you guys again, but I will try to get another episode. I'm doing some traveling today, heading out to Austin, Texas, to go see my sister. Um, but I'll make sure to try to keep you guys updated on that. But if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Spend some good time with your family. Love it, each and every one of them. Think positively every single day. Deuces, yo.